everyone. So I have a new Quilters Vibe episode for you today, and today I'm being joined by Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life and Daisy from Daisy Scraps. So you want to be able to absolutely make sure to go ahead and check out their videos. I'm going to use this adorable photo of my nephew. I created a bunch of layouts and I was really wanting to scrapbook baby pictures. I don't know, because I don't know. And so I have a couple videos coming up today and tomorrow. No, today and Monday, maybe tomorrow, of baby pictures. And they're all my nephews. And then I have another one started of my niece. And then I'll get back to my kids and dogs, you know. It's all good. I have some amazing photos to scrap of my kids, actually. I just have to get printed. So I decided to do a big stash dive for this layout. And so here's the inspiration piece that Christy sent me, and Christy said, "You would do fabulous at this." And I said, "Well, that's awesome. Why don't you do it with me?" So this is like a pattern for a quilt, and I'm just going to use a bit of it. So I'm going to kind of make my design larger, and I end up doing 4 pinwheels, I think, and I am using 1-inch squares. The products I'm using are from Allison Cruft. Allison Cruft is one of my absolute favorite scrapbooking paper designers. She no longer designs, but I'm one of those people that if I find her designs in Hobby Lobby or a store or anywhere, I buy it again. And so yeah, I have lots and lots and lots and lots of patterns of her papers and lots of collections. But her collections usually just came with stickers, not so much embellishments. So I've asked Christina a couple times, just once, to make me an embellishment kit to go with them. So I have some of those embellishments too. So I'm just picking, I want papers that will read as a solid design, that the design isn't too large, that you can't look at the page and kind of see what it is you're looking at. So I'm just going through all my papers and picking out. Also, this is not all of my Allison Cruft papers. These are just a collection of them. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to follow the pattern on the quilt exactly like you would follow a pattern for anything, except for me, each square is a 1-inch paper square instead of a fabric square. I am going to line it up. I'm going to start on one end and I'm going to work my way across, so I end up with 4 blocks that look like quilt blocks. This is going to get quite tedious watching me glue and punch and glue and punch. So what I'm going to tell you is that below you'll find a link to my Instagram feed, and when I post this layout on my Instagram feed, I'm also going to post the inspiration piece, which is all gridded off. So if you imagine that each of those squares on the grid is a 1-inch square punch, 1-inch square, you can recreate this onto your own scrapbook page, and you can just screenshot that Instagram post, and that'll give you a good idea of what I did and where I'm heading with this design. And so you can see here how I did this. I just sat my phone beside me, I put it to the side, and I counted and cut. Counted, cut, stick. Counted, cut, stick. On the insides, for the insides of the pinwheels, I have a darker shade. That's what I used the craft and the block for, were for the insides. So the insides I did a darker, and then the outsides I did a lighter pattern paper. So initially I just made my 4 pinwheels, and then I'm going to fill in the edges. You can kind of see beside that green pinwheel I have the yellow that kind of goes off the edge of the paper, and then I'm going to do the same thing. So what I've done is I've taken that quilt pattern and I've kind of magnified it, so I've pulled it in a little bit, and I've made my pinwheels on my page larger, and instead of doing tons of them, I only did 4. But yeah. This really didn't take as long as you might think it did. Once you kind of just follow it, it's pretty easy, and it does come out really nice, especially when you don't make your squares too big. So I used 1-inch punches because I knew I could easily manipulate those. They didn't require a lot of cutting, and I really think that this turned out exactly the way I wanted. Now, to get I wanted my photo to take center stage. I wanted it to really pop off of this background. So I'm going to mat it with just a little bit of white cardstock, just to give it some definition away from that background. Because I chose such mild, I didn't choose bright bold papers. I chose very kind of subdued patterns, there isn't a lot of busyness going on. So what I did was I have that black pinstripe pinwheel center, and I wanted to add a little more black. So I'm going to put a black strip across the top, and then I'm also going to add a third pop of black. And that's going to create my triangle. My embellishments that I am using are from Color Cast Designs, and the other things are from the little embellishment kit that Christina built for me to go with my Allison Craft papers. And then I also have a couple of the Allison Craft sticker sheets from different collections of hers. And so I'm just going to, I end up using every one of these Color Cast acrylic pieces because they were just like, they were the perfect color and the perfect kind of look that I was going for. And so right now I'm going through all the stickers because I'm kind of looking for black. See, I have black at the top, I have black in the pinwheel. I want some black over by that photo so that your eye gets drawn to the photo. Because I feel like otherwise, when you look at the page, immediately your eye is drawn to that. Black at the top and the pinwheels. At this point, I decide I really, really, really love those acrylics. And so I'm just going to keep adding them. And I end up using all of them. So I had the acrylic, I had some gold foil hearts, and I still don't have my black. So what I do was I grabbed a scrap piece of the black paper from the pinwheel in the top and just decided, you know what, that's what we're doing. I also decided that I really, really, really love this hot air balloon, and I thought it would be just the perfect little touch for this layout. I wanted another kind of icon or a little bit of something bigger because I have a lot of things that are very small, like I have all those gold foil hearts in acrylic, but I just wanted another little icon somewhere. And so I decided that I really liked that balloon over to the side. And so now I'm just going to decide, just trying to decide where I need color, where do I need something, and I want to put something at the top. I feel like that top corner needs a little bit, and I put that foil heart on there and then decided I didn't like it. Those gold foil hearts are from Pretty Little Studio, if you're interested in checking those out. And then I'm just adding little bits. So I want to pull some color. So I want some color up there at the top. Maybe some of the yellow or something like that. And so I'm just looking at the stickers, and I find this one, which pulls that yellow up, and decide that that is the perfect touch, the perfect little end to my layout. I don't think I add anything else. Nope, I have the date there already, and that's it. So that will complete my Quilters Vibe layout for this round. Thank you so much for joining me today. Yes, I have this one little acrylic. Okay, so funny, I had one left, and I'm like, I am not going to put this one acrylic in back into my stash, because what would I ever do with it? So I found a home for it, though. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.